I called my roommate a vile human being after she spread my private medical information around. My roommate Katie and I met in college and became super close. After graduation, we got this cute apartment together downtown. Katie was always dating different guys and constantly tried to set me up with people, even though I kept telling her I wasn't interested in dating right now. Last month, Katie met this guy Jake at her office and decided he was perfect for me. She invited him over for dinner without even asking me first. When I got home from work, there he was sitting on our couch like they'd planned some surprise blind date. Jake seemed nice enough and we talked for a while about movies and work stuff, but when he asked for my number at the end of the night, I politely said no thanks. Katie pulled me into the kitchen immediately and looked totally offended. She kept pushing me for answers about why I wouldn't give him a chance. She was getting really frustrated and said I was being too picky and would end up alone if I kept rejecting every guy she introduced me to. Finally, I broke down and told her something I'd never shared with anyone except my family. When I was 16, I got diagnosed with this condition called MRKH. Basically, I was born without a uterus and my vagina never developed properly, which means I can't have normal relationships or get pregnant. I've tried treatments, but they're really painful and don't work. Surgery is an option, but my insurance won't cover it, and I've already had so many medical procedures from other health issues. It's something I'm really sensitive about because of how people have reacted when I've told them before. Katie's response completely destroyed me. She said I needed to figure something out because I had a great body and it was going to waste. She called me a tease and said I was basically tricking guys into thinking they were getting something they weren't. Then she said no man would ever want me because I can't have kids, and that I should consider becoming a lesbian so I wouldn't end up completely alone. I started crying and locked myself in my room for the rest of the night. We didn't speak for like 2 weeks after that. Then my coworker Emma came up to me looking really uncomfortable and said she heard some rumor about my medical situation. Turns out Katie had been telling people at her work about my condition. I also found out she made a whole post about it on Reddit, but deleted it when people called her out for being horrible. When I confronted Katie about spreading my private medical information, she said she was just being a real friend by telling me the truth. She actually said I trauma dumped on her without considering her feelings and that she had every right to talk about it with other people. That's when I completely lost it and called her a vile human being. I told her I was moving out immediately and packed all my stuff that same day. My cousin lives nearby and let me crash at her place until I can find something new. The worst part is when I called my family to explain what happened, half of them said Katie wasn't wrong and that I was overreacting. They said what she told me was just reality and I needed to accept it. But sharing someone's private medical condition with strangers isn't being honest, it's being cruel. I'm still paying my part of rent for the next 3 months until the lease ends, but I'll never speak to Katie again. Some friend she turned out to be.